What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're out here at one of my favorite local spots here, and it's springtime, so the ferns are pretty insane. It's so green, but I'm here today because I have a new bike sponsor. Stoked to announce that I'll be riding for Rossignol Bikes for 2025. Rossignol's been around for a long time. They're a pretty well-known ski company, and they're kind of moving into the mountain bike world now. And they have some fully redesigned bikes this year, which I'm pretty stoked on. This is one of them behind me, the Rossignol Heretic in this crazy purple color. So let's give you guys a little walk around and show you my setup and a bit more about this bike here. So this is the Rossignol Heretic in this crazy purple color, which I'm pretty stoked on. It's 165 mil rear travel. This is a full aluminum bike. You can see the welds there. I have a 180 mil Super Z in gloss black. This bike normally comes either dual 29 or mullet with a 170 fork, but I opted to go 180 mil fork with 27.5 wheels front and rear. For front wheel, I am running a Raceface turbine aluminum wheel laced to a Raceface Vault hub. And around that wheel, I have a Maxxis Assegai 2.5 XO Plus. So wanted to keep it nice and lightweight for bar spins, but still a fairly aggressive tire, which I'm pretty hyped on. Of course, we got a Raceface Atlas bar, 35 mil clamp, 35 mil rise in the black and silver, and then I have a Raceface turbine 35 mil stem in the silver as well, which looks super clean. For brakes, I'm running the new Maven Ultimates, which I've actually never run Mavens before, so pretty stoked on these things. They're insanely powerful, and I just like the silver kind of matches my silver, black and silver build here. I got the Raceface Chester grips with the silver clamp, which ties it together really nicely. Obviously, I'm running the front brake through the steer for bar spins. I just have a custom drilled hole in my top cap. And then I notched out the star nut in there to fit the line through. And then I'm running a full length line on the rear, which gets me about 3 wraps of cable, which is pretty sick. And then the dropper post, I've opted to run in the water bottle cage spot instead of on the bar to minimize the cables going around for bar spins. I just have it ran down along the down tube here to this custom little mount I use, which is actually just one of these fork mounts that I drilled out a little bigger. Holds the cable nicely there so you don't get any cable rubbing, and it runs down up into the C-tube. So pretty stoked on how clean this setup is. And then obviously I'm running the Marzocchi Bomber Air in the rear. Again, pretty stiff. I don't know my exact settings on this. I could check and let you guys know, but pretty stiff for the type of riding I'm doing. And for shifting, I'm running the GX Axis derailleur, so no cables going from the cockpit down to the derailleur here, which is nice. running a Overture seat, and then I'm running the Raceface Era crank set in 165mm length. Raceface Atlas pedals in the silver. And then for rear wheel, I got another Raceface Turbine aluminum 27.5 wheel with a Maxxis DHR2, also an Exo Plus. So trying to keep this build a little bit lighter weight for tricks. Yeah, let's get padded up and we'll take you on a lap down my local trail on this new rig here. All right, we're all padded up. Let's do a lap. All right, we're at the top of the trail now. Bit of a hike, but we made it. So I got the GoPro. We'll do a little POV down the trail and kind of show you guys what this bike's all about. Let's get it. Dropping in. So, a couple cranks here. We'll hop over this little rock. Brake check. Skipper. Another skipper. Up and over. Oh, just made it. Down into the berm and then up over the ferns. Alright. Berm, couple cranks. Step down. Long and low. Oh, hip. Step down. Oh, full speed up over the log. Down to the berm. Little cruise over the ferns. Big jump. Oh, lap number 1. That was so fun. All right, so back up the top of the trail. Last lap I rode the skipper here. I think this lap we're gonna ride the hip. So, bit of a bigger gap, taller jump. A little scarier too, but it's got a fresh lip on it, thanks to Cole. So, let's give it a whirl. All right, dropping in. A little bit of a slower approach this time. Instead of jumping over the rock, we drop in between the rocks, down this little rock face, off the shark fin, no brakes, let off into the hip, a little deep, down over the ferns again, couple cranks, step down, shark fin, little bog, 1 foot table, X up, full speed up over. Going straight this time, back onto the old trail. Little single track. Through the bush here, off this drop, into step down. Oh, I went deep. Oh, this jump's you gotta go pretty fast for it, so might not have had the speed. Plus there's a tree down, and here's my stuff. Whew. All right, that was lap number 2 at my local trail. Pretty full-on trail. It's just jump after jump after jump. Like, I know it pretty well, so it's not too bad, but first time you ride this spot, it's pretty technical. But it's fun. I haven't ridden here in a couple weeks, so it's a little scary again, trying to link everything up. All right, guys, so that was my first day riding my local spot here on the new bike. My first impressions are it handled it really well. It's super fun, playful, poppy feeling bike. I really enjoy this linkage design, especially for my style of riding. Bit of a change for me. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions about the bike here, feel free to leave a comment below. I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about my setup. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.